I created a magic system using every bone in the human body. A few months back, I made a video about tree magic, a magic system derived from every tree in America. Tree magic is actually half of a dual magic system from my fantasy series Blink of the Four Winds, the other half being bone magic. This video will explain where the magic system came from, including the research needed to develop it. It will describe the mechanics of how bone magic works, and it will clue you into some ways that bone magic will play out in the story. Also, welcome to the new setup. Pretty nifty, huh? So as a dual magic system, it's important that trees and bones oppose each other in some fundamental ways, while still stemming from the same root themes and mechanics. So first, both magic systems needed to be steeped in nature and ecology, as this fantasy series is largely an exploration of the natural world. As tree magic grew out of the vegetable world, it made sense for bone magic to come from the animal kingdom. I wanted something just as interesting to me as trees, but with a dark edge to it. It didn't take long to land on bones. So of course, with bones, the implication is that something must have died in order to harvest the magic in the first place. While tree magic is powered by life, bone magic, of course, demands death. Tree magic is most powerful in summer when deciduous trees have leaves and fruit, while bone magic is most powerful in winter when it's hard for creatures to survive. Even before I decided what the mechanics of the magic system would be, an image had popped in my head. A bone magic user, a boneling as I call them, shoving bones into his body to access strength. Ribs sticking out of his chest, a spinal cord dangling from his neck, arm and leg bones violently impaling the user to provide him with power. From this visual, I realized that the management of pain was going to be a vital theme in this story. So now that I had a visual and thematic understanding of bone magic, I needed to do research to ground my system in reality. I read several research articles, some of which I'll link below, and also talked to bone specialists like chiropractors and osteopaths to discover bones can remodel themselves. When you think about it, this is pretty crazy. We have a part of our bodies that can regrow out of brokenness. The themes just reveal themselves, don't they? Bones can communicate. That's right, not only can trees communicate, but apparently bones can too. It turns out this cell helps bone communicate with other organs. Bones sheathe the spinal cord, which, through connection to your brain and nerves, is a hub for all the sensations in your body. Bones are stronger than steel by weight. Blood comes from bones, and bones have specific functions that directly serve my thematic needs too: protection, structure, and order. Tree magic, I had to decide whether to make every individual part of the tree a particular kind of magic, or every tree genus a particular kind of magic. I had a similar decision to make with bone magic. Would each bone type serve a particular function, or would every type of animal create a different kind of magic? While I chose to spread tree magic to every tree, I took the opposite approach for bone magic and centralized the system to specific bones within the body. The sternum performs a particular kind of magic, the ribs another, the spine another still. I decided that bone size determines strength. This made logical sense too. The larger and more powerful the animal, the more powerful the magic harvested from their body. If you have one guy ripping the jaw off an alligator and another guy using a rabbit jaw, obviously the alligator is going to win. While tree magic draws the characteristics of the trees into the user, for example, oak magic sheathing the body in a bark-like armor, bone magic enhances and modifies characteristics of the user themselves. Think tree magic is outside in and bone magic is inside out. I like this because of the contrast, but also because it encourages bonelings to focus on individual strength and power rather than collective responsibility. Some of these abilities were simple and necessary to create formidable fighters. Leg bones enhance jumping and speed. The arm bones enhance physical strength, while other bone magics have more complexity to them. For example, spinal magic. And I know it should be called vertebra magic, but spinal magic just sounds way cooler. Spinal magic numbs the user from pain. Here's the catch. Once the spinal magic wears off, the pain incurred during battle comes flooding into the user all at once. And while treelings strive to create harmony, bonelings embrace pain. Every time a bone is shoved into the body, the user feels the full pain of insertion. Due to this, I needed bonelings to be exceptional at pain management. I did some research into this area too. And I also interviewed a friend of mine who at the time was writing his dissertation on pain management. I ended up developing these methods. Pain gazing. Observing pain by noticing the specific sensations in your body can actually make the pain more bearable. Even before my research, I noticed this myself when I was running. When I pay careful attention to the feelings in my legs, my feet, my lungs, then I can cope better and run faster. Honestly, when I realized this, I felt like I had a superpower. It helps me to recognize that the pain I'm feeling is not me, but a temporary sensation in me. One of the most fun things about developing a magic system is figuring out how to push its boundaries. What's off limit? What's as of yet undiscovered? How can the rules you've established be broken without compromising the fun of your system? Even better, how can one manipulate the rules to their end? I don't want to spoil very many of these things, but the one obvious forbidden bone magic that I will share is the harvesting of human bones. The most feared of the bonelings, the Life Cutter, would harvest bones directly out of his enemies while in combat. As bone magic is animalistic, I wanted the Life Cutter to use his own body rather than any type of long-range weapon. The Life Cutter uses a karambit, which allows him to kill at a very close range, though he will also use his bare hands and his teeth to remove bones from his enemies. And now, to restore balance, Blink will risk bringing him back. My book, Blink of the Four Winds, is in its final draft stages, and I'm excited for you to read it soon. Now, if you're interested in making your own magic system, you'll definitely want to check out Science Through Magic Systems. In this structure, I walk you through the whole process of creating a magic system based on a specific scientific concept. It provides brainstorming strategies, question prompts, research guides, the structure to flesh out your magic system, and even tips to start building a game or story out of your magic. It's great for teachers, world builders, writers, gamers, or parents looking for something fun to do with their kids. Plus, it's less than $5. Link is down below. If you enjoyed that video, you probably want to watch my tree magic video or conlang video where I discuss building the fantasy language of Joyago. Support my books and educational work on Patreon. Subscribe for more videos that I hope will inspire and uplift you. Godspeed.